TV. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo press conference at E3 2012. We've already talked about Microsoft, we talked about Ubisoft, we talked about EA Soft, we talked about Sony Soft, all those soft companies out there. But we haven't talked about Nintendo Soft yet because Nintendo Soft was today. Their press conference was about 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Pacific this morning. I watched the video when I got off work and it was kind of interesting. So we're going to discuss what was discussed at the Nintendo press conference. The very first thing, and what everybody was anticipating with Nintendo, was that the Wii U was going to be detailed. Last year, we were left a little bit, hanging because we saw the Wii U controller and not much else. We were begging for more, and they announced a lot of developer support. More support for the hardcore crowd. This is going to be something more for everyone, which is kind of was the Wii U message. So this year we saw some more, and they're kind of pushing. Nintendo was pushing this concept of asymmetric, what was it called, asymmetric gameplay or something like that, asymmetric gaming, where you coupled with, I'm looking for the exact term, it's asymmetric something. Yeah, asymmetric gameplay, where you coupled with the Wii gamepad is what they call it, the Wii U gamepad, you have a kind of a third interactive entry point, if you will. You have the TV screen, you have the Wii U pad screen, and those two combined will give you a type of gameplay, coupled with somebody else who may not be using a gamepad. So they kind of was talking about that, the Wii U, and Miyamoto came out. They were pimping the Pikmin first because that was the first title they were going to talk about, the Pikmin. They had a little animation introduction with Pikmin running around everywhere, and they jumping in Miyamoto's jacket. And he talked about their vision of, they've seen up till now that the TV has kind of been a barrier, which is kind of hilarious, right? A lot of us used to embrace the TV, but the TV is kind of a barrier because, it prevents you from playing games. And we can't have anything that prevents us from playing games, right? Right. So the TV, when somebody's watching TV, you couldn't play. So Miyamoto got up and said, well, basically, guys, now you can play even if somebody's watching TV, thanks to the Wii U gamepad. So they talked about, the first game they talked about was the Pikmin. And one thing I heard when they were talking about Pikmin is that they're introducing new types of ways to interact with the Wii U Motion Plus. I'm sorry, the Wii Motion Plus, and or the Wii U gamepad. So you can play with either one of those. And they have, I think, 4 bosses or controllers, if you will. And one of the things I thought was cool, and I think it's going to be a common thing with the Wii U, is that you had a mini map on the Wii U pad, and the Pikmin stuff was on TV. So that's kind of that asymmetric gameplay they're talking about. You actually saw a mini map of the entire area on your local controller while the game was actually being played, so you can actually direct traffic. So that was Pikmin. I'm not a big Pikmin fan, so I really can't speak to the game itself. It looked fun. I'll give it a try if I have an opportunity, but those of you into Pikmin, I guarantee you're going to like it because it looked fun, even from a non-Pikmin playing person. Okay, so then they went into a little bit more about the entertainment aspects of the Wii U, which all the consoles are doing, guys. You can't get around it. They got partnerships with Netflix, Hulu Plus, Amazon Video, YouTube. All of that's going to be on the Wii U, so you can look at it as an entertainment hub. If you use those video services, I know a lot of you, including myself, I'm very close to doing this. It's cutting the cord, getting rid of cable TV altogether, relying on internet video services for all your entertainment, such as Twitch TV and other things like that. So yeah, a big thing they announced was that this device, which was a question last year, wasn't really answered. The Wii U is going to support 2 gamepads, so you'll be able to use 2 of the big gamepads with the screens per one Wii U box. Last year we were speculating about the technical aspects of it, whether it's going to be enough bandwidth for the device to support 2 of them. They said currently it only supports one, and the demos were only going to support one. But when it does launch, they will be supporting 2 Wii U gamepads per system. So that's pretty cool. And then they posted this video tour of the gamepad, which was very well done. I gotta admit, this was probably the best part of the overall overview of the Wii U. They showed a video tour showing all the aspects of the controller in detail. They told you about all the buttons, the D-pads, the buttons, the analog sticks. They said you could depress the analog sticks. They talked about the 2 shoulder bumper buttons. They talked about the stylus interface. They talked about the touchpad and everything. They talked about the webcam and mic, all of that stuff. So if you had, you know, any loopholes or any holes in what you didn't know about the controller, that video pretty much detailed it completely. Very, very good video. It's probably going to be on their website, which they're showcasing, e3.nintendo.com. They're probably going to put that video up there as well. I highly suggest you guys watch it if you don't know about the Wii U gamepad. And then they talked about Miiverse. Miiverse was something that was mentioned this past, what was it, Sunday? This past Sunday night, they had the little introductory video, Nintendo did, and they kind of previewed Miiverse, and they went into it a little bit more in this press conference. Basically, when you turn the unit on, when you turn the Wii U on, you're going to be presented with this mall, very similar to what we see on the Wii U today, with the, I forgot the official name of it, where you gather and see other people. You're going to have various billboards of different types of games where people will be gathering, talking, and, you know, possibly joining each other in gameplay. You have text chat support. You have art chat, which I thought was pretty unique, given that the Wii U does have a touchpad and you can draw, so you can actually draw pictures and send them via people in this Miiverse mall. Kind of, you know, people are going to get vulgar with it. They're going to be drawing pictures of things they shouldn't be, but, you know, hopefully the moderation will be good on that. Also, there'll be high score support and things like that. And an announcement that they said that was kind of, it seemed tacked on. I don't know if it was tacked on or not, but they said that the Miiverse, after launch, this is going to be after the launch of the Wii U, so not going to be at launch. Miiverse, this whole environment that they're, this social thing, is going to support smartphones, tablets, and the Nintendo 3DS. All 3 of those. They didn't specifically name any smartphones, any tablets. They said it's going to be a lot. So this looks like a direct, you know, this is competition between Microsoft's Xbox Smart Glass, what PlayStation's trying to do with PlayStation Mobile. Nintendo kind of clarified that Miiverse is going to be available on your mobile phones as well, not just on the controller. So that's something that was kind of a surprise for me. I was like, okay, go Nintendo, go. Then they started getting to the games. Now, Reggie, in the beginning, he was like, we're all about the games. But he spent another 20, 30 minutes talking about the stuff of the Wii U because, you know, they were complaining that it's not enough time to talk about all the features of the Wii U and the 20-some-odd, 23 games that they were going to show at the press conference. So the first game that they talked about, which I am interested in, is New Super Mario Bros. U. They're throwing U in the titles now. New Super Mario Bros. U. It's going to have some Miiverse features right in the game. Looks very much like the old New Super Mario Brothers that we know and love on the Wii. And they got some Miiverse features right in there where you can actually see your Mii in the Mario. You guys probably saw the screenshot where your Mii is walking around the Mario world. You could talk, compare stuff, and, you know, trash talk and all that other good stuff, and probably play with other people. And they have a mode called Boost Mode, which I was like, what's this? Boost Mode is where a second player can get involved using the touchpad while you're playing and actually place blocks on the screen to help you out. And Reggie even mentioned speed runs, and I know a lot of people on Twitch and you guys even do speed runs of like Super Mario 64, and I was like, wow, speed runs got a plug from Nintendo. So Boost Mode is going to be some co-op features using the Wii U gamepad. Now, things are going pretty cool. You know, it's like, all right. It's all right, Nintendo. It's all right. But then they brought out Warner Brothers. They said, okay, we're going to talk about some real titles. Batman Arkham City, Armored Edition. I was like, okay, cool. Batman Arkham City. Pretty good game, right? Yeah. armored version, you're going to have these special skin versions of Batman and Catwoman. They're going to be in these armors, special armors. And you're going to be utilizing the Wii U controller in a way that you can't do on the other platforms. It's called the Wii U gamepad. That's the official name, the Wii U gamepad. So essentially, when you're playing Batman, you're going to have a heads-up display on your Wii U gamepad where you can access all your gadgets. You can do things like what they call a remote control batarang. You can throw a batarang, and you can use a gyro to control the batarang as it's going through. You can set off explosives. You can use the spray explosives on the wall and set them off by using touch on the screen. They have this new mode called B.A.T mode, where Batman will extract kinetic energy, and once full, he can do more damage. I think that's unique to this Armored Edition. They mentioned all these little features, but you saw this idea of this asymmetric gameplay where you have this controller in your hand that serves as sort of a third component for interactivity. And I think it's pretty well done. And we're going to talk about other titles that are utilizing this that did a good job as well. But I think Batman did a pretty good job. It's not overly gimmicky. It's not overdone. That's one of the worries I have with Nintendo, is that they get these, they experiment with new input methods, and sometimes they can get over gimmicky with them. This seemed like a good balance with Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. So that was a pretty good moment within the Nintendo press conference. And next they brought out another game, Scribblenauts Unlimited, which is a game that you're encouraged to create. Kind of reminds me of a Little Big Planet Junior. You can create all different kinds of things within Scribblenauts, and it's all about using your imagination to get through the game and stuff. So they're going to bring that to the Wii U. Didn't really pay too much attention to that. And then they had this giant video segment where they showcased very small gameplay footages of a lot of different games, such as Darksiders II, Mass Effect 3, Tank, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Trine 2 Director's Cut, Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge, and Aliens Colonial Marines. So these are some pretty good AAA titles that are coming to the Wii U. I don't think they said anything about our release date that's coming. In terms of when these titles will be available, or they're going to be available at the Wii U release or shortly afterwards. But they show video segments of all these titles which are going to be coming to the Wii U. So next on, we moved up to the, they talked about a little bit about numbers, and how Reggie said how he made a fool of himself when he was showcasing the Wii Fit. He said people were laughing at him, and they were. But they talked about how the Wii U, the Wii Fit, actually the Wii Fit sold very, very well. And they're going to introduce a new peripheral called the Wii Fit U. And it's going to use the Wii U instead of the Nintendo Wii for Wii Fit stuff. One of the cool things that I want to highlight about this is going to have the same type of idea. You're going to use the gamepad, same way you do with the other games. You'll be able to see what you're doing in Wii Fit while somebody else is watching TV if you want. But they're going to have a fit meter. They call it a fit meter, and it kind of reminds me of Nike Plus. You guys remember Nike Plus on the iPhone, on the iPod Touch? You could put this little device in your shoe, and it will track how far you run and track your calories and things. So this fit meter will upload information via IR to your Wii U gamepad and keep track of the calories burned. I thought that was actually a pretty nifty feature. So that was Wii Fit U. That was one of the standouts for me. Then they got into this game called Sing, which is, a party game, if you will. Karaoke mixed with dance. So you hold the Wii U gamepad. It has the words. You have a microphone. It's kind of awkward. The girl was like, she was singing, and her friends were dancing. They were all singing along with her in a very realistic scenario. I don't know if that's realistic or not. But this sing-along karaoke game is going to be probably something the kids may like. It looks like a game that is good for parties. Karaoke game with dance-along. And it looks like they had some dance moves that you can do along with the karaoke. A mixture of the two. So that was Sing. Now, they had this big block. I'm trying to go fast. It was a lot of stuff. Nintendo 3DS. They didn't have a lot of time for this. What they're going to do for the Nintendo 3DS is they're going to have a dedicated conference tomorrow. at 6 p.m. Pacific at e3.nintendo.com, all about the new stuff for the Nintendo 3DS. But in this segment, they talked about New Super Mario Bros. 2, where it's going to be all about the gold. There's coins like everywhere, just coins dropping everywhere. That's going to be coming out August 19th. Paper Mario Sticker Star, which is going to incorporate a new sticker feature where you actually pick up stickers and utilize them in the game. They're going to be interactive abilities and all kinds of stuff. That's launching this holiday. Luigi's Haunted Mansion, or Mansion, I forgot the full title. That's coming to the Nintendo 3DS, launches this holiday. And they showed some video segments of Castlevania, Epic Mickey, Scribblenauts, and Kingdom Hearts 3D, which I know a lot of you are looking forward to. Very small video segment of it. They didn't showcase it. They may show some more tomorrow at e3.nintendo.com. Okay, then they showcased another title for the Wii U, went back to the Wii U, and this title's Lego City Undercover. And all the Lego games are fun. If you haven't played the Lego game, you need to try them. This is a game about a cop fighting crime. It's going to be a portable version as well that's coming to the 3DS. This is going to be Wii U. Very, very cool Lego looking game that they showed there. Okay, then they brought out Ubisoft. Ubisoft came out and they didn't bring out, what was his name, Flo Rida, I think it was. Some guy came out last time. And they showcased Just Dance 4 with him. But they brought out some dancers, showcased how you do the moves and how you could be a puppet master, if you will, to tell people what to do and to do stupid poses and all that. They showed a little bit of Just Dance 4. And then, this is what I was kind of looking forward to. They brought out this game Zombie.U, which we didn't see hardly anything about. Except that very creepy trailer during the Ubisoft press conference. But Zombie.U, this is a high point of their conference for me. They showed this Zombie.U game, and you're going through the game. You utilize the controller, and it shows a heartbeat sensor on your Wii U gamepad. And you're running along in this first-person zombie shooter, and you got a heartbeat sensor on your gamepad that comes up. It also shows an inventory management system on the gamepad for the game that you're playing, so you can manage your inventory. It has a sniper scope on the gamepad for the game that you shoot. So you're aiming in the game and you see the actual sniper scope on the gamepad. And they also had a gyro feature that break free when the zombies grab you. I kind of imagine they do that. But one of the very cool things I saw, which we probably want to see in other games, is that you can hack doors using the gamepad. So you walk up to a door, it shows you a keypad on your Wii U gamepad that you type in numbers while zombies are actually running at you. You're trying to hack the door. It was very, very interesting, the way that they combined this controller with the games. And it was sort of refreshing. It wasn't overly, I was so concerned that it was going to be way too gimmicky, but it seemed like a good balance. All right, and then they went to the video segment with Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed 3, Rabbids Land, Your Shape Fitness Evolved, Rayman Legends, Sports Connection, and Avengers Battle for Earth. They showed some quick video segments for that. And then Nintendo ended it with Nintendo Land. Welcome to Nintendo Land. This is the Wii Sports title of the Wii U, basically. Nintendo Land is built exactly to show you the features of the Wii U. Reggie even said that, like Wii Sports Tennis was to the Wii, you know, when you play Wii Sports Tennis, you got it. This is going to be that kind of title that kind of makes you get this asymmetric gaming idea with Nintendo Land. It's going to be a series of little mini games based on different IP. They got things like Legend of Zelda IP, Luigi's Ghost Mansion, Donkey Kong's Crash Course, a bunch of different little mini games that you can go through with your Mii by going through this little theme park. And they showed an extended walkthrough of this Luigi game. They talked about it in detail, where only the person who has the Wii U gamepad can see a special ghost that everybody has to try to kill with the special flashlight. And, you know, you have to use the flashlight to revive your mates, and you run out of batteries, you know. It's a nice little mini game to show you this, you know, how the Wii U gamepad is like this third component of everything that's going on. And then finally, they kind of threw in the release date. They said, okay, the Wii U, Nintendo Land is going to launch this holiday with the Wii U hardware. And I was like, oh, okay. So official release date is this holiday season. You know, I was hoping for a more exact date because I think we all kind of knew that already. Launching this holiday And basically, Nintendo's whole press conference was surrounding the Wii U because they pushed off all the 3DS stuff until tomorrow. Whew, man. So that's a lot of stuff that they covered, and I came in with low expectations and I left impressed. That was my overall feel because I didn't expect much. I just expected a tour of the Wii U and a couple games. But I was actually impressed to see how well the Wii U played with Batman Arkham City and with Zombie U. So a person who had zero interest in the Wii U before now has a little interest now. So I think Nintendo did a good job of piquing someone's interest, myself, in the Wii U. Given that it's going to cater to hardcore gamers, it may be a little bit more attractive solution for me. Price-wise, I don't know what it's going to do. But I don't want to buy another console and have it collect dust like my current Nintendo Wii and my Xbox 360 are collecting dust. I still play my PS3 every blue moon, but the other two are collecting dust. So I'm being very careful about the console investments that I'm going to be making. But I think Nintendo did a decent job. Overall, E3 was still kind of lackluster, but I think Nintendo's new hardware showing was probably the best they could have done with what they had. So I don't think they made a lot of mistakes. There were very little low points. I think the most boring part for me for Nintendo was that whole walkthrough of Luigi's Mansion. They just on the Nintendo Land part, they just went through that in gratuitous detail. I was like, okay, I get it. So I'm anxious to see more. I'm going to be visiting e3.nintendo.com. They're claiming that they're going to have a very interactive experience for those of us who can't be at E3, and I encourage you all to go there as well. e3.nintendo.com. I'm going to see what they're doing over there, them guys at Nintendo. All right, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. E3 Nintendo's press conference. Please follow me, twitter.com/Bwana, or at my live stream at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. And also, you can follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/IOBuffer, where I'll be posting this video along with my other impressions, which will be in annotations above my head when I publish the video. All the other videos from Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA, and Sony. I forgot Sony. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Happy E3-ness. Enjoy. Okay.